Hello guys. So in today's video, we're going to be looking at what the market is actually saying, um, where the market's direction is heading, and how do we tend to want to capitalize on this and make a lot of money, right? Because that's exactly why we are in crypto. So looking at the bigger picture now, because I like to start with the bigger picture, you can actually see that the previous range we had was this one here, and we're more of just support and resistance traders, right? So this was the last support and resistance level somewhere around here that we had last, right? You can actually see. Then before price shoot to this to stratosphere. So you can see now that when we tagged this resistance here, we had a lot of reaction there. One, two, three, right? Price refusing to sell off from this point. That's to tell you that the more a resistance gets hit, the more likely for it to break, right? Same as support. If price comes here and starts bouncing and cracking, there's a high probability that it's going to break down. Right? That's the same thing we had here. A resistance, it was cracking, 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 and then we broke out. Bam. It's as easy as that. There's nothing too technical to understand about trading. That's why when I see a lot of people using these different candles and indicators, I'm just baffled. Like, it's so simple. The only thing is you just need to spend a lot of time with the charts. When you consistently show up, you begin to understand everything you need to know about the chart and begin to look for the opportunities to make money from it. It's as simple as that. It just takes time. So after that being said, let's just continue from where I'm actually at the moment. You can see now that we broke out of this. Now, it means that this big range is now invalidated because now the price is even bullish, right? So we need to look for the present range or the current range we're currently on right now to look for an opportunity, which is this one here. So I'm going to take this out from here, from the old one, and then put it here. Look at it here now. We're no longer dealing with that bigger range now. This is the range we currently are at the moment. You can see, right? High, low, and then we broke out of this high. Initially, we would have probably been looking for it. Once it get back here, we'll be looking for a sell, but it didn't because of the election, right? The election was actually in favor of Trump, and Trump is actually pro crypto. Same with Elon Musk, his biggest supporter. So all of this news and narrative actually is what caused price to spike very high. You can see this big strong move, so you can't fade it. This is telling us something that there's a lot of interest right now in crypto. There's a lot of buying going on right now, right? So what are the opportunities and how do we tend to capitalize on this? So now we are going to go technical. I've given you the fundamentals and all of that. Now we'll go technical based on just pure price action using the support and resistance. Now the next thing you need to look at now is that if you look at this space here, there's nothing here. Nothing to tell us what price is going to do, right? Based on technical analysis. So what is the next thing you will look for? We go with what we call the significant figure. And what are some of the significant figures? We have 100k, 50k, 10k, 20k, right? So more like one figures. But 100k, in my opinion, right now is the next significant figure to be paying attention to right now. 100k, and based on the interest in crypto, so right now 100k is our next significant figure. You can see it now. So if you decide to bring out if you decide to pinpoint 100k, pinpoint rather, down to the beginning of this move at this level here, down to the lows, then you can see that what it is asymmetric. It actually, they actually outline, they are actually in a great asymmetry right now. So what do we need to now look at? If you also look at, okay, the middle of this whole level, right? This was the midpoint. Then from this midpoint, you look at, this is like for thoughts fourth quarter of this whole support and resistance, right? This is where price is at the moment, right? Let's outline that and see what we have. So trading to me is more like an art, right? Your consistency in the charts is going to tell you everything you need to know, right? So if our next significant figure is 100k, right? Let me just type this. So what do we need to say right now? If price just continues to keep moving right without having any form of pullback, then in my opinion, I think that's leaving out all of leaving different inefficiencies. Then, in my opinion, that's a cause for concern because when we get to this 100k, there's a high probability. There's a higher probability. Doesn't mean it's going to happen, right? That we get a pullback from this 100k probably into the midpoint of this level, which is at 87k. So when we get to 90k, 100k rather, I'll start pulling back. There's a high probability that we'll start pulling back from this 100k into about at least 87k or even 73k. Okay, that's if it just continues driving higher, leaving out all of these inefficiencies, right? So this is where we'll be looking for the opportunity if we have this scenario playing out. Right, we look for the opportunity from here into the what into 86k. Right, that's where we're going to be wanting to go real balls deep into the market. One, and then if possibly if it continues going lower into 73k. So this is TP1 and this is TP2. You understand? Then the next scenario we want to look at, this is I'm giving you now from a higher time frame view. Okay, so we need to always start with a higher time frame view. That's the first scenario. Then the second scenario you want to look at now is that where is this? Okay, if we start forming a range here, right? But still in an uptrend, right? If we have this high, we form a range, and then we break out on this high, come back again, pull back into this level, right? This is exactly where I'll be looking towards get in, targeting 100k. And in my opinion, I feel like this is the move that I would even love to play out. Because if we really want to see us break above this 100k and continue going higher, then market needs to cool off at least for a while before continuing higher. It's so simple to understand. But if we just see it continue going higher, then there's a problem. We're going to get hits at this 100k. But when we consolidate and then we form a range and we cool off, then there's a high probability that we'll break above this 100k and continue going higher. Or probably break above here, consolidate a little, and then pull back and continue going higher. So this is a higher probability if we want to see price continue going above this 100k. Is that clear? Everything I've said so far, I hope is actually clear. I'm giving you from the macro outlook now. Okay? You can see this is what I expect to see from the higher time frame. If I'm to look for a buy on the higher from here right now on higher time frame, I don't expect to take anything. So if you're looking to invest right now in crypto right now, this in my opinion is not the time to even invest because you've actually missed the bigger move. You've already missed. Okay, so unless you want to go in with the dollar cost average, then you can actually you can decide to get in with some here. You know what dollar cost averaging is? Dollar cost averaging is when you buy at some point, right? You have $1,000 and then you decide to buy with 100k at this point. So let's say you decide to buy with 300k or 500k at this point, and if it pulls back, if you see that price starts coming down for no reason, you can now go in with the rest. So that when the price reverses, the 500 you actually went in with at this level here at this point is now in profit, while the other one you initially bought at this point will now automatically be in profits on our way to 100k. That, in my opinion, is the simplest way to actually invest. That's more like you're lazy, you don't want to even do the work technically. Just dollar cost average, as long as you believe in Bitcoin. And you just need to, all you need to do is just have the patience. Okay? That's all. So let's continue. So let's say for we now that are not looking to dollar cost average, this is exactly what we will actually be looking to do. Very simple to understand. This is from the higher time frame now. So if you want to go into the lower time frame to look for trade now, which are like the day traders and all of that, this now is what we need to see. Because let's say on the higher time frame now, you can see, let's say price continues going higher. But on the lower time frame, if you want to look for a lower time frame trade, you can see that right now at the midpoint, we're actually price is beginning to consolidate at this point. Then let's go to the 4 hour and look for a lower time frame trade to take. But you can see that the trend is to the upside, so you need to respect the trend. You're not going to look for a sell. You have to be looking for a buy. Let's collapse this now, right? You can see right now in between that higher time frame level, what do we have here? So we have to look for a range forming in order to trade. Yesterday, I actually took a trade I posted on my Telegram channel, right? Um, I was actually looking for to take a higher time frame, a lower time frame trade, and I took it somewhere around this point here, targeting first take profit was here. It was something like this, somewhere around here, right? And then second take profit was this is exactly what I was actually targeting. I took some of the profits off here, and then I'm be looking. I took some here, off here, and then we started reversing a little, right? So I was looking to close it. If we start breaking below here and then we are failing to reclaim this level, I'll just close it. It's a lower time frame trade. Okay, so I actually posted it on my free Telegram channel. The link to my free Telegram channel is in the description. Okay, just go and check it out. It's very simple to understand. So let me take this out. Right now, if you've actually missed that trade, what is the next trade opportunity that I'm actually looking to get into this buy if we're going to continue going higher, right? What is the range actually forming? So if you look at, then I'll just take out this midpoint here. Let me take this out. Hold on, please. Let's take this midpoint out now. This is exactly what we have. What I'll be looking for now is a range, is to form a range here, right? This is a high. This is a low. Just form a support and resistance level. And as you can see, since we're in an uptrend, what we'll be looking for is to get a buy. Okay, so we had this high, we had this low. I can see price is just changing in between now, right? What I expect now is if price can actually run this high, get back in, okay, and then run this low, get back in and then come lower, possibly run this low, okay. This is exactly where I'll be looking for another opportunity here to get in. Probably take some of the profit off at this point, and then if it continues going higher into 100k. Do you understand? Look at it clearly, right? We had this high, the low. I've already taken one trade first, right? And I took some off at this point, and now we're breaking back. If it's going to come back here, get to this level, I'm going to take another trade, take some off here, and expecting it to continue to 100k. That's just the scenario. So we're going to review how it played out in our next class. That's if we get this opportunity. But price can also continue going higher from here, right? Then probably my first trade will still be in play. Just continue going higher from here, but a little bit unlikely in my opinion. I feel like we'll probably form a little range at this point before we continue going higher. So that is exactly what I'll be looking to take out of this. So I hope you actually enjoyed this video. You understood please don't forget to like the video and also share it if possible, and subscribe. Turn on the post notification so that if I make videos like this, you're going to continue getting them, okay? So let's just see how it plays out, okay? Click the link to join my Telegram channel. I might not even post for a while, but you'll be getting the updates on how it's actually playing out on my Telegram channel, okay? So I'll see you guys in the next one, okay? Bye.